YouTube. YouTube channel is kind of new, and we don't have as many likes over there. But get over there, and you can watch the show there as well. Or you can head to our website at fasterpc.com. We have links to both our Facebook page and our YouTube channel where you can watch this show in its entirety. And you know what? If you're driving down the road, you're doing other things, you're not able to watch right now, you'll be able to watch the show in its entirety at your convenience after the show is over. So, but if you have a computer question, if you have a computer problem, if something's not working, now is your chance to get your problem solved for free. Give us a call, 772-340-1590, and let's see whether we can help you on this show resolve your computer problem. Also, we do have technicians that are standing by in the shop ready to resolve computer problems. And we'll be there today until 2, but you don't have to wait until then. Remember, computer problems?
You need a faster PC.
Yes, you do. And we are back. We are ready. We are ready, and raring to go, ready to answer your questions, your computer questions, your technology questions. And, this is, we've got a good show in store for you. And of course, we are here ready to answer your questions. So, your question, by the way, we might be talking about something, about backing up or about cybersecurity or about how to protect your computer. We might be talking about some of the latest threats that we're seeing. If your question doesn't deal with that, that's okay. Just give us a call, 772-340-1590, and we can answer your question. We can also, again, you can also type your question into the comment section of the live videos going on over on Facebook or YouTube, and you can actually, that's a way if you're a little bit shy. But I've heard Cliff talking about the swap shop, about how people want to make themselves a celebrity. Well, this is another way you can make yourself a celebrity. You can actually call a Faster PC live technical support, and you can have your computer or technical question answered. And of course, we're here ready to do that. We're here ready to resolve your computer problems, ready to resolve your technology problems. We want to help you answer these questions, and we are open today too. So if you want to bring your computer in, you can definitely do that. We are open. We don't know what the weather's going to hold, later on today, but we're open. So bring your systems on in, and we'll be here ready to help you resolve those computer problems or technology problems. And this is stuff we do on a regular basis, day in day out. We do take off Sunday to worship God, but Monday through Saturday we are resolving computer problems and of course answering your questions here live on a Faster PC live support every Saturday in the 10 o'clock hour. And we do, by the way, have the videos up and running over on Facebook and YouTube. You can actually go over there. You can see the videos. You can hear the videos, and we're there ready for you to watch that, and ready for you to ask your questions as well over there if you want to do that. Now, one of the things that we have been doing is just going over some of the threats that we have seen, some of the attacks. We are seeing. We just had yesterday had a lady bring in her computer where her five she has five personal banking accounts with one bank, and they were hacked. And now it doesn't look like from us that the attack came from her computer. So we're not sure. Maybe her password was compromised. Maybe and this is something, by the way, a lot of people don't realize this, but especially if you're out there and you use the same password. I know some of you do this. I know some of you listening, you're saying, he's talking about me. Well, some of you out there are using the same password for every website that you go to. Or you might have one password and then you switch it to another password later on, and then you switch it to another password, but every single website has the same password. What happens you have to realize some of these sites get hacked, and when they get hacked, your password in some cases is exposed, and it's then put on what's called the dark web. Now we're all familiar with the internet or the web, and that's what you would see ordinarily. But the dark web is kind of the criminal aspect of the internet, and that has information up there um, that hackers can purchase, and even things that are freely available. And we actually can do dark web searches for companies. We do this for companies. We do this for individuals as well. But you might be surprised to find out what is out there about you, and what is out there about your username. Is particularly like if you have an email address at yahoo.com, what is out there in regard to that email address. So, we can actually run that dark web scan to see, because the thing is, if your usernames and passwords are out there, well, that could be a reason why you might get hacked. And we can actually help you out with this, to run some of these scans. Now, why would it be, we talked about not using the same password at every website. Well, one of the reasons you would want to do that, or wouldn't want to do that, is if a hacker gets a hold of that password from one website, well, what do you think they're going to try at other websites? They're going to try that same password with that same username. So they could go, for instance, to let's say your let's say they get into your email account. Well, that's pretty risky, because if they get into your email account, then what they do quite often, what we've seen some of the hackers do, when they get into someone's email account, they'll actually send all emails to the deleted folder so that you don't see them. And they also forward those emails to themselves. Well, why would they want your emails? Well, let me tell you, they can go to your bank account and they can say, "Oh, I forgot my user ID. Could you please email it to me?" Well, where's it going to email? It's going to email to your email address, which they have access to, under this scenario. And it does happen. This happens. We have customers that this happens to. So you have that situation where they actually go and they're able to get your email. Maybe they're able to get your user ID at your bank, and then they're able to reset your password, because they also have your email address, or maybe it's the same password that you used at a different site. If it's the same password, boy, you're toast. They're going to get into your account, and of course, if you use the same username and password at Facebook, well, they can get into your Facebook account as well. What's going to happen when they get into your email address and your password? Well, first of all, when they get into your email address, they know they have access to your email address. What's going to happen is they're again going to go to other websites. If then they're going to try that same password. If that password doesn't work, they're going to try to reset the password using that email address. And if they're successful, once they get all those taken care of, well, they're going to look at your contacts and your email address, and they're going to start sending out phishing expeditions to your contacts. What's a phishing expedition? Well, it's where you're where they're fishing for information. Instead of trying to catch fish, they're trying to catch information from your friends. Or maybe they're going to say that you're tied up somewhere, and need some help, need some money, and you need some money wired over to you so that you can get out of this help. And oh, by the way, don't tell anyone, because I don't want them to find out about this. I'm embarrassed about this, or I'm stuck in England and I lost my passport. This type of thing. pick up the phone and call the person. Don't just send money, because you love them. Pick up the phone. Make sure that it's really them, because most likely it's a hacker or a scammer that's trying to that got access to the email address. By the way, if you use the same email address at Facebook, they're going to log in on Facebook, and then they're going to send your friends these types of messages, the same type of messages they would send over to the email, and your friends are going to get these messages, and then your friends are going to have they're going to be compromised potentially. Your friends might, they might also send links that would infect your friends' computers, so that they could then get into your friends' computers and maybe encrypt the data and hold their data hostage and try to do a ransomware or something like that, or maybe just infect your friends so that they can get into their computer and so that they can start infecting their friends. And this is, by the way, we'll talk about this in the upcoming break, or upcoming in the next segment. But there are big criminal enterprises that are at work here with these threats, and they're making money, and that's why they do it. A lot of people say, why did they do it? Well, they're making money at it.
You're listening to a Faster PC radio here, heard every Saturday in the 10 o'clock hour, right here on this station, and stream live to our Facebook page. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back, ready to answer your computer questions. So you know what? If you have questions, well, we can't answer them unless you ask them. Our number, if you want to have your computer questions answered, is 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590. Also, you can type your questions into the comment section of our live Facebook video that's happening right now over at Facebook. You can go there, search for Faster PC. We have almost 23,000 likes, or you just go to our website, afasterpc.com, click on the link to listen to a Faster PC radio. We're here, we're ready to answer your computer questions, and we'll be right back to do that. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC. This is Brian Longworth, host of a Faster PC Radio, where we answer your computer questions for free every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. But it gets even better than that.
Now, wait a minute. How could it possibly get any better than that?
Yes, Cliff. A Faster PC has technicians standing by every Saturday ready to work on your computer.
Wait a minute. Technicians standing by on a Saturday?
Well, Cliff, a Faster PC has technicians standing by Monday through Friday for standard and emergency service, both in-shop and on-site. That means you can bring your computer to a Faster PC, or a Faster PC can come to you. And if you need computer service in a hurry, we offer emergency service both in-shop and on-site. We can handle anything from software installs, viruses, spyware, to multi-site VPN networking. Computer problems?
You need a Faster PC.
A Faster PC, conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie, and on the web at afasterpc.com. For more information, call 878-5978. 878-5978. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC.
From the founding of our company, a Faster PC has provided our customers with quality service and computer products at competitive prices. We find that in the current economy, this is more important than ever. A Faster PC recently conducted a market survey and found that our prices are the least expensive in the area. Some of our competitors charge twice what we charge. Perhaps that's why more customers are turning to a Faster PC. We're helping our customers save money by repairing their computers rather than replacing them.
Now, wait a minute. You mean a Faster PC saves customers money?
A Faster PC offers the most competitive prices for computer repair in our area.
Wait a minute. Technicians that know what they're doing for less than the competition?
That's right. A Faster PC can handle anything from software installs, virus, spyware, and malware, and those annoying pop-ups, to QuickBooks, Metisoft, and SoftEnd support, from wireless networks to hardware networks. Computer problems?
You need a Faster PC.
Conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie, and on the web at afasterpc.com. Call 878-5978. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC.
Welcome back to a Faster PC Radio. I know you've been waiting, a whole few minutes for the next segment of today's show. If you've been waiting to give us a call so that you can get your computer question answered, well, now's a great time to give us a call. Give us a call. The number here at the studio is 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590. Of course, if
you're a little bit shy, maybe you don't want to call and be on the radio, this is your opportunity, by the way, if you do want to be on the radio. But if you're a little bit shy, maybe you don't want to be on the radio, you don't want people to hear what you say, then you can actually head over to our Facebook video. It's a live Facebook video going on right now. You can head over there. Just go to www.afasterpc.com, click on the link to listen to a Faster PC radio. That'll take you to our Facebook page, or you can go to Facebook, search for a Faster PC. You'll find our page. We have between 22 and 23,000 likes. You'll be able to actually get over there, scroll down on the page a little bit. You'll see the live video, and you can type your question into the comment section. Now, your question doesn't have to be on what we've been talking about. It can be on any topic as long as it's computer related. So head over there and you can be on the show, or just give us a call, 772-340-1590. We did also want to remind you that we have technicians standing by ready to resolve computer problems. Our number in the shop is 772-878-5978, and we are located at 7190 South US 1 in Port St. Lucie. Again, the number is 772-878-5978. Computer problems?
You need a faster PC.
That's right, you do. And we are back ready to answer your questions. So give us a call, 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590. You can also head over again to our live Facebook video or our live YouTube video, and you can type your questions into the comment sections of those as well. And as we were talking about why, and this is a question we get quite often, why do people do this? And it used to kind of be, well, they do this for notoriety. Back in the old days, when there was a virus that was out there, sometimes people would do it to be mean. Sometimes they would do it for notoriety, so that someone would say, "Hey, this was attributed to this hacker," and that hacker would get praise, and that would be his reward. And of course, we do know that sometimes hackers have been hired by big companies because they know how to hack, and if they know how to hack, they can know how hackers would try to get into a network, and they can actually work to fortify that network. So that's something that can happen. But in today, and I remember going back, my first virus infection, or I don't know if you guys out there remember your first virus infection, but I remember mine. It was probably in 1990, 1991, somewhere in there. I was working on a newsletter, and I had this newsletter on a floppy disk, and I needed to print it at a local there was a computer. It was kind of like a big box computer store, but this was in the Midwest. It's not a store that's around here. I don't know if the store is even in existence anymore, but anyway, they had computers that you could go there, and I was doing the design on my computer, which was, I think, an 8088 DOS computer. So it had an 8088 Intel processor and a DOS DOS operating system, and I was using WordPerfect for DOS to design this newsletter, and I had the newsletter on the floppy, and I wasn't quite all the way finished. And one of the things about newsletters back then, and about creating things back then, is this was before the days of WYSIWYG. So what WYSIWYG is, and there's a lot of acronyms used in computers, but WYSIWYG stands for what you see is what you get. So today, when we open up Microsoft Word, or if you open up WordPerfect, if you open up whatever you open, you can create a document, and you can actually see what it would look like when it's printed. You might have to print it and make some tweaks and say, well, I didn't quite catch this when I was designing it, but it's going to be very, very close to what you actually saw in the program itself. You can even there's even print previews. Well, back then, you actually, if you wanted to change the font, you had a beginning font command and an end font command. If you wanted to make something bold, you had a beginning bold command and an end bold command, but it didn't actually make it bold on the screen. In fact, the screen wasn't my screen was I think my screen was white text on a black background, which was actually an upgrade because many people had amber text on like a brown background or light green text on a dark green background. So I actually had white text on a black background. Now, one of my friends, he had a color monitor and he can actually make it so that bold things that were bold would show up in maybe red, or things that were italics would show up in green. You can make it whatever color you wanted to make it. It wasn't that's the color it was going to be. It's just that that would indicate that that's something that's bold. But you could do a print preview and you could kind of get an idea of what it was going to look like, but you didn't really know exactly what it was going to look like until you actually printed it. So I had this newsletter designed and I had it on a floppy disk and I took it to this big box computer store, and I rented one of their computers to finalize and to, I'm going to finalize the design. I'm going to print it. I'm going to look at how it looks. I'm going to make tweaks to it. And as I'm looking at it, I'm saying, wow, this something's going on with this file. This file's not working quite right. And and then I brought it back to my computer. And I worked on it some more, and I brought it back to the computer store, and I worked on it some more, and I kept going back and forth. And finally, I realized there's something that's actually changing this file. And what had happened was the computer at the computer shop, the big box computer store, was infected. And when I put my floppy disk into the floppy drive, that floppy disk was infected, and then I took that infection back to my computer, um, and and so when I put that floppy disk in my computer became infected, and that was really my first experience with a virus, and it was annoying. It I wasted several hours because of it, because it was messing up the print. I kept telling the people at the computer shop, I can't understand this. Everything was designed properly and something's being changed. And when I go to print it, it's not coming out correctly. And they didn't have a clue, but someone had infected one of their computers, and their computer was infecting everyone's floppy disk that stuck a floppy disk that wasn't write protected into that computer. And then and then if they took that floppy disk back to their own computer, it would infect their their computer as well. But again, that was just annoying. The infections today are actually something that makes money for the people that infect you. How does it make money? Well, in some cases, they can use your computer as a bot to carry out certain tasks on the internet, and they can even rent your computer out with a whole bunch of other computers in what's called a botnet, and they can use these botnets to take down websites, to attempt to hack into companies' computers, to do all kinds of things, to spread infections, to send out email. They can do all kinds of things like this. They actually, if you're hit with a ransomware attack, they want to get money out of you. If you're a business and you're hit with a ransomware attack, it's even worse with a business, because with a business, what they do before they encrypt the data, they extract the data. They send the data out to themselves. So then, think about things. If you're an entrepreneur, if you have a business, maybe you have you're a doctor, you have a medical practice, you're a lawyer, maybe you're a dentist, maybe you're an insurance agent, maybe you're a construction, you have a construction business. There's a whole bunch of different types of businesses that are out there. You have a mom and pop shop, whatever. Think about the data you have. Do you have documents that have social security numbers? Do you have credit card information? Do you have social security numbers? Do you have last will and testaments? Do you have driver's license information on your computers? Well, whatever you have that's called is PII is the acronym for it is personally identifiable information. So do you have on your network computers, on your business computers, information that could be tied to someone else that can link them, that could potentially place them, in a vulnerable situation? Well, when you're a business and you're hit with a ransomware attack, what's going to happen in modern day infections, what's happening now is that they are actually taking your data and they are taking it off site, or they're copying it off site so that they then have access to all of this personal identifiable information on your customers or your clients or your patients or whatever this it is that they have, maybe your employees, they have this information, and then they encrypt your data. And by the way, they know how much money you make, how much money, what your annual revenue is. And they've been snooping around your documents and they've seen whether you have a cyber security policy or not. And if you do, they know how much it is. And if you do, they're going to ask just below the amount that you have. And when you say, I don't have that much money, they're going to say, oh, yes, you do. You have $1 million cyber insurance policy. We're only asking $900,000 for this. If you don't have a cybersecurity policy, well, what are they going to ask for? Well, they're probably going to ask for 10 to 20% of your annual revenue. And if you don't give it to them, they're not only going to say, well, we're not going to give you your data back. They also are going to say, we're going to release the information you have about your clients, about your customers, about your patients. We're going to release that information to the world. We're going to release it on the dark web. We're going to sell it to hackers and to identity theft scammers, people that are going to try to steal identity. And so this is something that these threats, they're actually business. They have a business model. They actually have some of these hacking companies have they actually have HR departments. They have employee of the month. They have marketing departments. So the phishing emails, um, they actually have marketing people that are working on that. Some of the people that work there don't even know it's a criminal enterprise. They think they're just selling something that's legitimate. They don't really realize that what they're doing is actually helping an illegal enterprise steal money from individuals and from businesses. And so you have to realize, I mean, and there, by the way, it's really crazy some of the ways that they operate. um, some of the people that are involved in this write software that that infects people, or that encrypts their data. Well, those people get a cut. They get a certain percentage of the take. They're not always the ones that actually do that actually get into the system, but they'll write software and give this, let others use this software as long as they get maybe 20%. The people that actually get into the network, they're the ones that they get like 10%. The people that take it the next level, where they actually try to raise permissions and make it so that they can actually take over. Maybe the username that they have access to is not an administrator. Well, they want to get access to the administrator account, or elevate the permissions of that user to an administrator. And so they're running scripts in the background. They get a cut. The people that contact the company or the individual for money, they get a cut as well. So this is really big stuff. And there are it's amazing when you look at the amount of money that businesses are paying for when they are hit. And we actually see Kia last year was hit. We know that the meat processing plant was hit. The pipeline was hit. I mean, they paid millions of dollars Why did they pay millions of dollars? Well, not only was their data compromised, but they also paid that money because they had situations where they had personal identifiable information that was captured by the hackers and the scammers. So this is no joke here. These are criminal business enterprises, and many times, most of the time, they're operating in other countries where they're not going to be prosecuted. Their chance of getting struck by lightning, they have a better chance of being struck by lightning than actually being prosecuted for what they're doing. And it's very, very profitable what they're doing. By the way, they even get people on the inside of companies. They say, hey, you know what? We're going to go after these people for $500,000, and you'll get 10% if you let us in. Um, you know, well, some people are tempted by that, and so it's important to to know that you have good, honest people working for you. That aren't going to let the door, leave the door open for hackers to get in and to infect the network. So this is really why things are happening today. It's a money making enterprise. You're listening to a Faster PC radio heard on this station every Saturday in the 10 o'clock hour. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back for the final segment of today's show. Listen, if you want to get your computer questions answered and you haven't called in, now's your opportunity. In fact, this is your last opportunity coming up, 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590. You can also head over to our Facebook page, and you can actually, from the Facebook page, you can type your computer questions into the comment section of the live video, and we'll cover them on today's show. But you know what? You've got to get over there right now, or give us a call, 772-340-1590, so we can answer your computer questions. Computer problems? You need a faster PC. This is Brian Longworth, host of A Faster PC Radio, where we answer your computer questions for free every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. But it gets even better than that.
Now, wait a minute. How could it possibly get any better than that?
Yes, Cliff. A Faster PC has technicians standing by every Saturday ready to work on your computer.
Wait a minute. Technicians standing by on a Saturday?
Well, Cliff, A Faster PC has technicians standing by Monday through Friday for standard and emergency service, both in-shop and on-site. That means you can bring your computer to A Faster PC, or A Faster PC can come to you. And if you need computer service in a hurry, we offer emergency service both in-shop and on-site. We can handle anything from software installs, viruses, spyware, to multi-site VPN networking. Computer problems?
You need a faster PC.
A Faster PC, conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie, and on the web at afasterpc.com. For more information, call 878-5978. 878-5978. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC.
A Faster PC has been here, and as Florida begins to open for business,
The faster PC.
will remain open to repair computers 9 to 5 Monday through Friday and 9 to 2 Saturdays. We offer curbside drop-off and pickup and on-site service where a Faster PC can come to you. And we can fix many computer problems remotely without requiring any in-person contact. A Faster PC is also working to help our customers set up remote access so that employees can continue to work and be productive from home. Computer problems?
You need a faster PC.
A Faster PC is conveniently located at 7190 South US 1 next to the new Dollar General in Port St. Lucie, and on the web at
www.afasterpc.com.
that's www.afasterpc.com. For more information, call 878-5978. Again, that's 772-878-5978. Even in times like these, when you have computer problems,
You need a faster PC.
welcome back to A Faster PC Radio. This is the last segment of today's show. We'd love to answer your computer questions, but if you don't call, we can't answer. Give us a call. The number to have your computer question answered is 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590, or you can hop on over to our Facebook page.
a faster PC, and actually from there, you can type your question into the comment section. So again, just a few more minutes to answer your questions. We did want to remind you also that not only can you ask your questions at the Facebook page or by calling 772-340-1590, but you can also watch the video as well. So some of the questions that I'm answering, as I answer those questions, I'll be able actually to show you the steps that you go through to resolve computer problems. And if you're not where you can watch it right now, that's fine. You can watch it at your convenience shortly after the show's over. It'll be up there on our Facebook page. You can get there one of two ways. Either go to our website, afasterpc.com. We have a link that says listen to a faster PC radio. If you click on that, it'll take you to our Facebook page, or go to Facebook and search for a faster PC. We also wanted to remind you that in the shop, we have technicians standing by today to work on computers and resolve computer problems. We're at 7190 South US 1, and our number in the office is 772-878-5978. And of course, we're here to answer your questions. Well, your computer questions, and we could answer other questions, but we're here specifically to answer computer questions.
Computer problems? You need a faster PC.
That's right. We are back and ready to go to the lines. We're going right to the lines. We have Thomas on the line. Welcome to a Faster PC Radio and live technical support. Thomas, how can we help you today?
How are you? Okay.
Good.
I'm excited. All right. I have some old videos on a camcorder, and I'm trying to transfer them to my computer. All right. So I have.
Did we lose him there, Cliff?
No, he's there. You're here. We're all here.
Okay.
So I have the recorder. Set recorders on. I have to use RCA cables to bring it from the camcorder to the computer, and then I have the recoder Nero.
Yes.
That's the plug-in.
Yes.
But the computer doesn't recognize any input, the source. When you put in, you should have a beep or recognize it. It doesn't recognize anything that's going on.
So let me ask you a question. The Nero, what you have to have? Do you have a capture card on the computer that can capture the video?
A capture card?
Yeah, because you have to have a device that actually can input the video, can bring the video and the audio. I mean, the audio is pretty easy because you can bring that in through the audio jack on the computer, but your computer doesn't have unless it has a capture card, it doesn't have an RCA cable for video or an RCA connection for video. Now, Roxio makes a USB capture that sometimes you can find. I found it at Sam's a few times, and you can buy that. You can put it into the USB port. There is software that you install, and you actually use their software. You get the recording started, and then you start playing the video from the VHS, and it plays through the RCA cable and goes into the Roxio capture device, and that captures the audio and the video, and you can then turn that into a digital video. Now there also are more sophisticated, like we actually have a high-end VCR. Not that everyone uses VCRs anymore, but that's what you're talking about. You're talking about taking some of these older media and putting it into a digital format. We have a high-end VCR that actually has a FireWire port, and you have to have a FireWire port on your computer, and then you can use a video capture device, capture program to capture that feed through the FireWire card. So that's one way to do it. But the easiest way, probably for someone like yourself, would be to get one of the Roxio video capture devices, and they cost retail about $50. Well, I've seen them. I bought them for that at Sam's in the past, and I haven't always seen them, but I've seen them twice, and when I've seen them, I've bought them. The one the one drawback to them is that they typically only work for one version of Windows. So when let's say you're using Windows 7, there's a version that whatever you buy today would work for Windows 7. It would work for 10. It would work for 8. But now they have 11, so the version you buy today might work for 11 also. But when Microsoft comes out with Windows 12, a version you buy today probably isn't going to work, because I have one version that works fine with Windows 7, another version that works fine with Vista, um, but and the version that works with Vista won't work with 7. Neither of those versions will work with 10. So there are some limitations where they don't really support it beyond the version of Windows that you have, but it is cheap, and it comes with capture software, and you're going to actually start capturing before you actually have a feed coming, and then you're going to turn the VCR on, and it's going to start playing, and then the video will stop, and you'll stop the capture, and then you can go in with software. Nero has editing software. The Roxio software has editing software. You can actually trim the beginning and the end, so that you're trimming right up to where the video starts, and you're trimming the end. And if there's different portions of the video in there where maybe you want to take, maybe there's a portion where there's kids opening their presents for Christmas, and you want to take that and make that its own video, and separate that from maybe a birthday party, or something else, go a trip to the beach or something else. Well, you can actually take those individual portions of the video, and you can make those a video file, like an MP4 file or an AVI file. These are just file extensions that are used for various types of audio, or which can be video files that would have video and audio built into them. And you can save it to that. When you're all done, you have all this compilation done. You can put either the entire VHS tape onto a DVD, or you can put, again, if you were to segment it into individual files, you could put those onto a DVD, and you could make it so that someone, that there's a menu where someone, if they wanted to watch the beach scene, they could watch the beach scene, or if they wanted to watch opening Christmas presents, they could watch that. If they wanted to watch Grandma's 57th birthday, they could watch that. So there's you can have a menu with the DVD, so that people can watch what they want, or they could just watch it from the beginning to the end. So it's actually it's not too difficult, but you have to have a capture device.
Okay. That's why computers not recognizing the input.
Yes. Yeah. You have to have a capture device. Your computer probably has an audio port, so you could capture the audio, but you want the audio and the video, and most computers don't come with a capability of capturing the video. So you got to have some sort of capture device for the video.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, and by the way, we do that service for customers. It does take some time, but we do provide that service, and we've done that with videos. We've done it with audio. We've helped several of our customers. We even bought a USB record player, so that we could actually convert the old records to CDs, because one of the things we didn't realize, because we've done this before, and we had just an analog record player, and we've done this for people, we had one customer that had a you know, when they were, I don't know what age they were, but someone created a happy birthday record for them, and they wanted to turn that into a CD, and we did that for them. And then a friend of mine came to me and said, "Hey, I've got this record, and my brothers and sisters, my siblings, and I listened to this record when we were growing up, and I want you to convert this, and this is going to be a Christmas present. I want you to convert this to CD for me." So he said, "Sure, we'll do that for you." So I started recording, and I recorded it, and I'm like, well, some of it sounds good, and then some of it, boy, the sound's just like the volume just drops off, and this is really weird. And I was thinking, wow, is it my cables? I swapped out cables. I got different, connected it differently. I'm thinking, is it my computer? What's going on here? What we found is that some of the music producers, what they did is they would put kind of like encryption. They would put some sort of technology into the record so that you actually couldn't take an audio feed from an RCA port out to a computer and capture the audio. So what we actually had to do to capture that record for my friend, um, we actually bought a USB record player, and with through the USB port, I was able to capture the audio exactly as it sounded when you played it. And so we have all the technology to do that for you. But it's kind of fun to do it yourself too. It's a challenge. It's a project. We actually had a customer last year that came to us, and his granddaughter was really into BMX motocross racing when she was young, and may still be into it. But they have all these videos when she was 7 years old, 8 years old, 9 years old, whatever, riding these BMX, at these races, these race events, and he wanted to, for a Christmas present, convert this over to DVDs, and he was having problems. He actually bought a Roxio, I think he bought the Roxio software, but the uh, the the capture card wasn't working. He didn't have the right drivers for the capture card. So we actually worked with him, and we actually, I think, sold him one of our devices, that I can't use anymore because of my operating system. It doesn't work on my operating system, but it worked on his operating system, and we were able to get him set up where he was able to take these hours and hours and hours and hours of video. I don't think he got it all done before Christmas, but he was able to get some of it done before Christmas, and then he was able to continue to work on that and to get that all in. Big project, but it was a gift of love. And you know th- there are memories out there. What we're talking about here is we're talking about memories, and the ways that memories were captured in the past. You know, we don't really even have, in many cases, most people don't even have a VCR that they can play some of that. And some of those videos from camcorders were taken on smaller discs, smaller tapes that you can't just, without an adapter, can't just put into a VCR, even if you have a VCR. So converting those over to a digital format is very helpful to be able to preserve those memories and be able to watch that. So that's something that we're able to do with for our customers and for our clients, and we can help you if you want to do that. We can help you make that happen on your system, or we can just do it for you. And being able to convert and to preserve that information is really helpful. And I know in the old days, yeah, we used to, even 15 years ago, we used to make videos with even high end cameras that had videotapes. Well, now everything's done digitally, so it's a lot easier to preserve it. But in the old days, if you have some of those videos in the old days or audio in the old days, that can be converted and preserved so that your friends, your family can take use of it.
And we're coming to the end of today's show, but if you've missed any part of this show or just want to listen to it again or watch it again, because you can do that at our Facebook page and YouTube channel, you can not only hear the show, but also see the show. And when we've described and shown you how to resolve computer problems, you can actually see that and watch it over and over again at our Facebook page or our YouTube channel. You can get there by going to our website at fasterpc.com and clicking on the links. We'll be open today until 2 p.m. We'll be closed Monday in observance of Memorial Day. We'll be open Tuesday through Friday from 9 to 5 and open Saturday from 9 to 2. We want to invite you to listen to our
I
church
forgot to
radio
change the hours.
10 a.m. here on WPSL. The title of tomorrow's sermon is
Oh,
The
well.
Surprise Account of the First Memorial Day Commemoration.
It does go back a while.
You can listen
Yeah.
to other sermons on our church website, covenanttabernacle.com, or
Remember
our
when the
church
486 was the fastest thing we ever heard of?
Yeah.
You can find a Faster PC's Facebook page and YouTube channel by searching for a Faster PC on Facebook and YouTube, or by going to our website and clicking on the links. While there, you can actually watch the show, not only hear the show, but also watch the show and see the steps that we go through to actually resolve computer problems. A Faster PC is conveniently located at 7190 South US 1 on the east side of US 1, just north of Rio Mar. We're also on the web at www.afasterpc.com. Again, that's afasterpc.com. And you can reach us at 772-878-5978. Again, 772-878-5978. Computer problems?
You need a faster PC.
Prior to Jesus' ministry, he was filled with the Holy Spirit. After he fasted and prayed 40 days and nights, Jesus left his temptation filled with the power of the Holy Spirit. The Apostle Peter said that the gift of the Holy Spirit is available to those he spoke to, their children, and all who were far off. This means that you too can cry out to God to be saved and ask him to fill you with his Holy Spirit. Cry out to him today.
This is